Hey guys, it's Mike McErlane again with Gym Supplement Science, president and co-founder. Gonna talk to you guys about the preacher curl. So before I get going, make sure you do hit that like and subscribe button, all right? But the preacher curl, so I was actually watching somebody in here the other day doing preacher curls, and I gave them a tip just because I saw them doing what many people do. When you think preacher curl, you're thinking, okay, I'm gonna gain some leverage, I'm gonna gain some increased emphasis onto the bicep because I have limited range of motion in the shoulder, allows me to have my arm placed here and use that leverage to go ahead and curl the weight up. Great, great, great exercise, but the problem is most people don't really understand how to do it with good techniques, so that you maximize the amount of emphasis that's placed onto the biceps, okay? So first of all, you gotta make sure that the height of this is set up. And to do that, what you want is you want this to be placed, if you're sitting here, right underneath the breastplate, okay? Right underneath your pecs. And so you can actually lean forward, but what you don't wanna do, you don't wanna lean forward like this, okay? To where my shoulders are protracted and I'm leaning forward, kind of hunched, because a couple things. One, you're not in a very good position to gain that leverage. Two, if you're leaning forward to where your arm's coming out here, what's gonna happen is you have limited range of motion based on the weight against the biceps. The first movement here of the bicep, or the curl here, the bicep's not even the prime mover. The brachialis as well as the brachioradialis in the forearm are the prime movers. The biceps don't even really kick in until almost about halfway in the movement. About once a third of this movement's over, now the biceps are really emphasized. The problem is if I'm leaning forward here, my arm's already at an angle. So as this weight comes up, this is free weight, guys. The load is straight up and down. It's not this way. There's no resistance moving this back and forth like that. So if I'm curling up, the pattern of movement comes up and back, and this is where my bicep is the most activated, I got no freaking weight being placed onto the biceps. It's like a wasted motion. If I'm up here, you can kind of see it here. Once here, it's just moving the weight back. There's no tension on the bicep. The tension is from the weight being forced down, holding my elbows against the bench here, right? So we want to place ourselves in a good position to maximize this exercise. So to do that, scoot back a little bit, all right? Don't be so close here, because you're really gonna have to reach forward. Scoot back, get what's called an anterior tilt in your pelvis. So if you look at my hips here, I'm kind of sitting back and I'm sticking my butt out, all right? That allows me to place a nice, stable, and correct position with a neutral spine, all right? And then what I wanna do is I wanna plug my elbows in here to where I'm not reaching. I don't wanna reach, okay? Plug my elbows right here. Now, when I come down, I'm actually have a little bit less of an angle in my humerus here, to as I come up, now I'm maximizing. If you see my arm here, it's almost vertical. I'm just using the bench here as that fulcrum for my elbow, not the back of my triceps, okay? So some people do this, right? All day long, right? It's not even hard, okay? Just because of the nature of the angle. And right here, like this movement here, when my biceps are active, I get no tension on it. So how do I change that? Well, get in a good position here, stick your butt out, lock your elbows in. Now, when you're in this position, spread that chest, head back, come up. Now I have constant tension all the way through. When I trained with Milos Sarcev, and he destroyed me. He had me do preacher curls, and he actually commented, he goes, "That is the best technique I've ever seen on the preacher curl," from somebody. Thanks, Milos. But this is how you're gonna maximize tension on the biceps. Going down eccentrically, you really wanna get that stretch, okay? That stretch is really gonna start tearing up those myofibrils, all right? The different hand positions too, you can get a close grip. Anything close, you're gonna have a little bit more of an emphasis onto the longer head, which is the part of the biceps that's responsible for peak, right? So even if you get a close grip, elbows here, big chest. Use your elbows as the fulcrum, not the back of your triceps. Your triceps shouldn't even really be on the bench. All elbows. You can feel that after a few reps. Give that a try, guys. Technique matters. It can change your game immensely. Hope this tip helped. If you guys want more, come back. We got plenty more videos. Until next time, it's Mike McErlane with Gym Supplement Science. Take care.